Welcome back. We're going to continue our climb to Diamond, mainly focusing on playing Graves in the jungle. Reversing a Diana this matchup, and we've got quite the unusual team comp. So we're going to have to try and navigate around that, figure out what kind of playstyle we want to play for as a team in this match. Definitely want to try and utilize Pyke and his roaming ability, get some skirmishes happening in the top lane and in the bot lane if Garen is in a position where he can pull off skirmishes. And then, yeah, we're just going to be utilizing Viger's cage as well, especially when the bot lane has flashes that are down. So matching up into a Diana, you want to make sure you're getting a nice fast clear off to keep up with Diana's clear speed. Diana excels at clearing in the jungle, so she's going to be looking to do full clears. She's not typically a 3 camp ganker. Because of her camp clear speed, you can just pull off full clears really fast and then get to your ganks and utilize that tempo. So I get my normal early ward in on the Raptors. Always assess this situation before going for the ward. You can definitely throw an early lead if the enemy team is onto you and they have some CC in the mid lane. Maybe some CC in the jungle, they could burn your flash. So just be very careful when you go for that ward. I noticed that Singed hard pushes his lane. So I'm just hovering, making sure he doesn't proxy farm straight away. Essentially, I wouldn't want to fight Singed there, but if I have to, I will. It's just going to give away my position in the jungle to the enemy, and then they can just easily track me by counting my farm, my CS. So if you don't know, like, if you do a full clear without the crab, you'll have 24 CS. So people can track you that way. Just keeping an eye on all the lanes, seeing how their trading's going. There's not much we can do to help bot lane. It's their decision to fight early instead of wait for me to path there, so just monitoring. They didn't ping any sums. It's a good... That's why it's good to always use your F keys and scan down to lanes, especially when the health bars start dropping above your map. Then you can track the summoner spells by yourself. Just trying to get that full clear off before this crab spawns so I can match Diana, because we have... Well, we don't have smite up, so this can be risky. You gotta be careful of doing this. We have Prior mid, but I wouldn't really say bot lane had Prior there, so it's... Just make sure when you get to higher ranks that your lanes actually have Prior and you're not coin flipping this. This is a bit of an error on my behalf, even though we came out okay. So like that Diana might not have been in the position to force the crab, throwing it for their bot lane there, and then their bot lane gets tilted at the jungler for going for crab when they shouldn't be because they didn't have Prior. It's the same if that didn't come off in our favor then my team would be pinging me like what's going on. We didn't have prio. So just be very careful. Assess the crab before you actually go it. Don't be greedy. So I'm picking where Diana is going to be for sure. She's going to want to trade that crab. And because I'm off tempo, because Pantheon stopped my base, Diana would be on crab, so I can't even match it. There's no need to check. So there's not much doing in the top lane. It's kind of hard to gank a Singed without CC. So we have to be making sure he doesn't have Ghost, doesn't have Flash if we're going to pull a gank off top. Otherwise we're just wasting time. And it also helps if Garen has Stridebreaker. So they're the key ganking points you would want to utilize before making a gank on a Singed. This is very, very forced. This is a major error. So our bot lane's running to lane. We know that the enemy bot lane is missing. But yeah, I overforced this Pyke. I should be just pinging him off. So yeah, my bot lane wasn't in lane. There was no prio. He's pinging Pantheon because he's level 3, but it was just an int from both of us. I just say don't worry to hopefully, yeah, just make him feel better about the situation. We know the crab's not up. I don't know why I'm checking it. Maybe a bit flustered from the play before. So now bot lane ends up griefing. Double kill again. So the game is starting to turn in their favor, and that's because of mistakes. So we overforced that Gromp play. Bot lane was running to lane. The enemy was able to move because they had prio. So you got to make sure you're utilizing prio and playing defensive when you don't have prio. So I get a cheeky little gank pick up there on Singed, which is nice. Definitely risky. So now that I showed top, I want to make sure I'm covering my bot side quadrant from the Diana, because look where she is. She sees that I gank top, and now she's going to go for my bot side. So the mid laner dies, and this is going to give Diana free roam on my bot side quadrant, so I can't really match her. Especially if Ahri... I think Ahri used ult before anyway. So we have no prio in mid, we have no prio in bot. So Diana gets my bot for free. Luckily enough, Pyke comes and helps us. And Ahri wants to go base, so it may be a bit of an overextension from Diana. She needs to understand when to back off when our players are running back to lane, and make sure you're not invading when the enemy is respawning. So Ahri's running back to lane. We've got to be careful of that. So now we see Ahri in the mid lane. We don't have Smite up. This can be a risky play, but I'm utilizing the fact that Singed is on a death timer. And she burnt her ult before, so we want to try and rush this. So a smart thing for Diana to do is to trade Drake for Grubs, because Singed had died. Ahri was running back to lane. And now bot has prio again, so dragon is free for her. We can try to steal it, but I think it might be too late. So we actually get the shutdown there. We stop his B with the ult. Nice little play. This is all watered, and we're about to lose mid prior, so Drake's... But well, this is probably in. Should just go into a full clear. Unless Ahri goes B, but Plaque stops. Yeah, we can sneak it. We just gotta hope, use our abilities. Out of the... In the fog of war. This is great. Oh no. Yeah, so not good. Just fall back into a defensive style. Our bot lane's not doing well, so we need to let them catch back up. We need to let the Veigar scale. Yeah, so I was telling Veigar to back off. Just go back to your lane. I'll try and sneak this because the dragon... We basically don't have priority on that dragon. So if I can sneak it away, then that gives us a really sneaky free dragon. But because bot lane's so far behind, I'm never really going to get a chance to get that early dragon unless we do get a double kill on their bot lane from maybe they make an error. So if I just stand near the dragon wall, I can try and sneak it and I'll just jump over that wall if someone comes like I did. But yeah, the bot lane decided they were going to try and help me, which is kind, but they have no escape. Varus and Veigar, so it can be a very risky dragon for them on this blue side. We pick up a nice little kill on Ahri there. Ahri can be a very slippery champ to gank, so you gotta make sure you're monitoring her flash, her ult. If you want to pull a gank off, don't just ignore Ahri. There's definitely opportunities that you can gank her. It's just utilizing those windows. No flash, no ult. Ahri's a sitting duck. Alright, so we need to start thinking about what we're going to play for. What's going to win us this game? Now that we've seen how our teammates are performing. Which champions are going to assist us with carrying and winning this game. Yeah, I think overall, if we have a strong Veigar, a strong Varus, that's going to really benefit how we're going to play this match. We can just have them wave clearing in the mid lane. Maybe we gave that opportunity up early. So the split pushing Garen is the next option. But we need him to be able to match Singed. Our bot lane is kind of griefing. There's nothing you can do sometimes. You just gotta still play the game out to the best of your ability. Try to get shutdowns on the enemy. And then just make sure you're getting your camps, like clearing. Don't give them up. Maybe we get Singed there if we hit ult. Good. Okay, we get him. It's fine. So yeah, we're just making sure we're securing as much gold as possible to assist with the carry. Because I've seen how my teammates are performing. It's going to be up to me to have a flawless performance here. Now I want to steal that so bad, but it's just not the play. We can reset, we can take our bot side quadrant, utilize our collector, power spike, and maybe go for this dragon. This is... we pick up a kill, but back off now. They need to back off. Reset for the dragon. So yeah, because I die, that allows for Diana to take my raptors. And then have priority over dragon. Because you got to be careful of the Pantheon ult. Even though he's on a death timer, or was on a death timer, he's basically in that pit right now. I don't think he ulted before. Definitely track his ult. So that's good. Sometimes you can give a Drake, get a pick, get a shutdown. Giving over a Drake or two isn't the worst thing to do. Yeah, so like, if you get a few shutdowns with a Drake and you lose the Drake, it's actually worth it to get those shutdowns and give over one Drake, as long as it's not Soul. Or maybe even Soul Point. Like, the first two Drakes aren't really... they have no impact. The stat gain is nothing. It's more so just to get players out from under the tower onto the map so that they're in a position where they can throw the game, where the opponents can make plays. Rather than someone just sitting under their tower. It's just a way to force fights. So it's up to you to understand when the best time is to actually fight for a Drake. Or to keep farming and growing, snowballing. If you have an early game champ, you don't want to be making consistent early game fights. You want to be getting as much gold as possible before you're taking skirmishes and fights. Unless it's a very easy kill chance. Then of course you want to go for little roams and kills even if you have an early game champ, or the Drake they might grief a Drake, and then you can pick up Drakes, of course. So I want to keep making sure we're full clearing. Taking our top side quadrant off the map before going for a dragon. So we throw that fight completely. Play, I mean, we all have ult. Play's not really on. We still want to keep snowballing. Maybe we could have outplayed if we had a good ward setup, but it's hard to get wards on the map with a Veigar support. That's one of the reasons why Veigar support isn't great. You have to kind of assist him with warding. He can't just run into the enemy jungle, face check rushes and ward. So this is a good reason to why you want to full clear sometimes when you're behind, because Diana can utilize that death timer, take that whole bot side quadrant off the map after she dragons. It can be quite frustrating, so make sure you're full clearing when behind. Showing up only when it's an 80% chance you're going to make the play happen in a skirmish. But for the most part, you want to make sure you're playing defensive and securing gold from camps, and then shutdowns like that. If you can get a shutdown, that's a huge leg up in the game to help you carry, or yeah, just flip a game that looks like a loss. Just waiting for Diana. Walk into the jungle. There she is there. We actually get the shutdown on her. Can see that Diana's stacking armor. So now's a good idea to start building LDR. Oh no. We auto attack the Gromp. Maybe we could have killed him. Maybe we do kill him.
You have slain an enemy.
With these games, you have to play perfect when your team is griefing it and you've got most of the kills. It's essential for you to not make mistakes. You really have to sit back and think, is this the right play I'm about to make, or am I about to throw the game off one play? Because one play will essentially ruin a game like this. So be careful in a position like this, not to show on the map. Give them an opportunity to collapse on me in the bot side. If they collapse on me, I die, they get a free Baron. So I need to make sure that I'm the one defending Baron. I've got all the gold, I've got all the power. So we don't want to show because Ashe can ult. We don't have flash up. And our bot lane was back in base. So we want to make sure we're not getting picked. See how Garen's pushed up? It's not good. Bot lane was in base and he's pushed up that far. That's inting. That's the definition of what people call intentionally feeding. You need to make sure that you're pushed up in a position like right now. All of us are pushed, so Garen can now be in that position. It gives us a chance to kill enemies. Like if he drags 3 people to him, this is how you successfully pressure in a game of League. It's a teamwork thing. You don't just solo push up. That's literally a silver, a gold, silver, maybe even a bronze mechanic. Or fundamental is, but it's just pushing for the sake of pushing because you want farm for your next gold item. Power spike. It's just insane. It's griefing. Especially when you're 7 and 3. You're not strong enough to 1v5. It's even worse if you have a gold lead and you're doing that. So, Viger's doing everything but warding. We have no vision. No one's really helping him ward though. Before a Drake fight, a support is supposed to clear. Vision. Drop a pink ward, drop 3 of their wards, reset, get more wards. And the jungler can assist with that for sure. Sometimes it's better to assist with that than taking your camps. Getting priority on the dragon with vision is extremely important. And you can see why, because like we're fading in and out of like the fog of war here, and like you can't see where people are. It's making the fight so hard to win. Vision is the most important thing in League of Legends. I have no smite, so it's pretty hard to take this. Nah, not good. That's 46-second death time with Baron up. We just go red, top side. Go base for our item. That is a mistake that I was trying to explain to you earlier. You don't want to be making mistakes like that. I know that it's soul point, but you're giving them Baron now. Also, you're giving them top side for free. And this can be the difference in a win and a loss in games like this. So the team's starting to lose their mental. They're losing their way. They're not too sure what to do. It's becoming a very hard game to win. Losing out on all objectives. We have to just wait for the 3 minutes. Hopefully we can defend for 3 minutes while Baron... Yeah, to waste their Baron buff. You can track Baron buff by clicking on the champion when they're in vision and seeing how long is left, or you could just look, press tab and look when Baron's spawning, when there's 2 minutes to go. Yeah, on the Baron spawn time, and that's how you know, because it lasts for 3 minutes. So it's 5 minutes, take away 3 minutes, there should be 2 minutes, their Baron buff's gone. Starting to look pretty doom and gloom. Yeah, and they want to get the pick there, and then they can just close the game out. So when you're trying to end the game, you want to obviously kill all of the enemies. Make sure that they can't help wave clear for that next spawning player. That's what Diana did, flash. But there we go, there's our first loss. Just because of that one little mistake I made where I flashed into that dragon pit and I couldn't defend Baron. But yeah, GG, well played.